My name is April. This is our power consumption final project. My role within this group was to do the model testing within the three different zones as well as three different variables that impact that. So first I started off with importing the different libraries as well as reading in the CSV file. This is just going to be to conduct the understanding within the different trends in energy usage, as well as identifying just the weather patterns that affect the energy consumption. Basically, to provide how we need to be more efficient within the energy we're consuming, just within this city specifically. So first, you can see the different rows and how there's zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3, and how their temperature, humidity, and the wind speed is affecting the energy consumption within these different zones. So first I started off with the pair plot with your regression lines. The sklearn and stats model that I will be using are for the linear regression modeling. The datetime will be for handling the timestamps, and the pandas numpy and math for the data manipulation and mathematical calculations that will be used to calculate the predictions. A matplotlib and seaborn are for the data visualization. Right here you can see the heat map that I plotted. This part will be the most challenging, I feel, for me. Just trying to get a nice visual representation of how this data can be accurately described. That would be the most challenging, and as well as getting this plotted, the pair plot with, especially with regression lines. As you can see right here for zone 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and how the different spikes in energy is used based off of the wind speed, humidity, and temperature that is going on. And you can see the regression lines, however, they are kind of a little bit more harder to see within these different plots. And down below is the heat map with the same variables in the same place. So zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, the temperature, humidity, and wind speed, and how that affects the energy consumption within this model. Okay, so for model 1, zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3 are going to be represented as a function of temperature. I use the linear regression again, and then set the model to plot the temperature based off the different zone. So as you can see, zone 1, and then just the line, the regression line. The same code will be used for zone 2, just with the different variable. Zone Look at this one is zone 1, zone 2, and then zone 3 right here. You can see in zone 3 how it is just a significant difference within zone 1 and zone 2, and how the energy consumption is a lot different just based off of the different temperature right here. So for that reason, I did use zone 3 for the temperature, wind speed, and humidity, as well as using almost an identical code right here. Just defining my variables x and y, and then linear regression, and just plotting it. So this one is going to be based off of temperature within zone 3, which was almost the exact same model as the last one, and I changed the variable to humidity, as well as plotting that one with the linear regression line in zone 3 and how that power consumption is affected right there. And the same for wind speed. This one is a little bit more different. And then for the model testing, this will be a prediction based off of the previous data that we have had. So for the temperature is going to be 12.5 in Celsius, humidity 71, and the wind speed 0.073. And based off this prediction, we got 14,000 watts. However, I did struggle with getting rid of these warnings, and this was for all the models. And so I used a similar code just for different variables such as the temperature, humidity, and wind speed again, just differently, and the predicted power consumption within that model. So this one is almost 19,000, and then one more time, and the power consumption would have been almost 17,000.